Hi, I'm Alan Ross. We're here at the RE Plus Conference and Exposition. We're talking to thought leaders about the future of the energy economy. So join us and enjoy. Hi, my next guest is Sean Burke, and he is with Intelligent. You're the CEO and founder of Intelligent, right?
I am. I'm a co-founder, yes.
Co-founder. I love the name. As a matter of fact, if you don't copyright it quickly, I'm going to copyright it. But anyway, that's a great name. Intelligent is E instead of the I.
That's correct.
Well, tell me a little bit about Intelligent. You said you're co-founder. Mm-hmm. Who's your founder and why did you found it?
So there's four of us,
okay.
Four co-founders, and we all work together over the years. In fact, some of us worked together for as many as 20 years in multiple companies.
Okay.
But we came from the computing industry. We worked in the computing industry. I worked at HP, Dell,
okay. Yeah.
AMD. So we've been all across the computing industry and did a lot of intelligent devices, mobile devices.
Right.
But we've worked together for a long time.
And so why Intelligent and why the power industry? Because you've gone from the computer industry to the next great movement, the power industry, right?
Yeah. Well, and it wasn't entirely all planned. It kind of all came about, but we were a part of a startup doing AI. We were doing AI smart devices and sensor fusion type devices. We got acquired by a construction company who were looking at us to bring in new intelligent type of new technologies in power electronics.
Okay.
So kind of converting and bringing the grid and solar, battery storage together. And we learned a great deal about that. But COVID hit that company hard. A lot of property development went under. And so we ended up leaving that company. We decided, well, we can either go get jobs or we can kind of take what we had learned and the passion that we had for creating kind of new products in a clean energy space. And so we formed Intelligent 2 years ago, a little over two years ago.
Okay. And when you say new products, you've made you're either a software, a solutions engineering, or a products company, or all three. What are you?
We do all of those because when you do hardware, hardware is nothing without the software.
Right.
And software is unless you're in social media or something, it's nothing without the hardware. So they do go together.
Okay.
And so our background is about embedded devices, intelligent devices, and doing more with them. So, but we're product development people by our nature.
Excellent.
But we've driven a lot of businesses, and I've been a part of growing businesses to over $1 billion multiple times.
Okay. Well, we're here at the RE Plus conference, so it's got something to do with renewable energy. What do you see the challenges facing this whole area of renewable energy right now?
Well, it is huge. There's so many different aspects to it, but one is we're all trying to get to more electrification.
Right.
Electric vehicles, huge.
While we're trying to get to decarbonization at the same time.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so it's a challenge. So the amount of clean energy that we have to create to keep up with that additional electrification is significant. And so, because as we electrify more homes, have more EVs, it places additional loads on the grid that really can't be sustained. At the same time, we're trying to decommission fossil fuel power plants.
So how does Intelligent play a role in that?
So what we are doing, we do power electronics products that actually create more efficient power energy from solar panels.
Okay.
So we do optimizers and rapid shutdown devices.
Okay.
But we're also doing EV chargers that are DC EV chargers, DC input, DC output, which is important.
Yeah.
In that your EV, I have a Tesla, but anybody who has an EV has an AC to DC converter built into that car.
Right.
When you connect it to AC and you do the conversion, you're losing 10% of that electricity.
Exactly.
That's like going to a gas station, pumping your car full of gas and throwing a couple of gallons on the floor.
At $6 a gallon,
exactly
that's a lot, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we're doing a DC charger that takes energy direct from solar panels. Solar panels are DC.
Oh yeah.
And so, and EVs are DC. In fact, most of the things that we deal with, LED lighting that's here, fans, they're all DC. Yet we still kind of, the industry takes it to AC before converting.
Wasn't it interesting that if we'd have gone Tesla's way, we would have been DC, and We didn't. We went Edison's way. But my son has solar panels on his house.
Yeah.
He has an EV, and he would be. So you're not going to sell to him. Who are you going to sell to?
So we sell to solar installers. We believe that's a big part. We also sell through inverter companies and such that are doing solar installations. Right. And because our EV charger is a solar-based product, it's also eligible for solar tax credits, and which make it even more affordable.
Okay.
But getting to the whole AC and DC, we look at the world, solar world, as a solar 1.0, solar 2.0, and 3.0. Solar 1.0 is all about just taking PV panels and converting that to electricity.
Okay.
And you typically you always ship it to the grid to get transformed and bring it back. The grid has to be active, has to be on for you to be able to do that.
Okay.
We're now in the process of moving to solar 2.0, where we allow that DC electricity to stay DC, to store it on home storage batteries.
Okay.
So hybrid inverters now are playing a part of this, and so DC devices in your home and EVs are part of that solar 2.0. As we get farther, we're going to be doing a lot more with DC, so that Tesla world.
Oh yeah. So what's 3.0? Solar 3.0.
So Solar 3.0 is actually a lot more of your devices in your home, your LED lighting, your HVAC systems, all DC. They're DC anyway, so keep it DC. So a lot less conversions to have to go to AC. So you have more electricity that's available to you. So and some people will call those the DC microgrids. And we see DC playing a part within AC overall, but much more of your house operating DC.
Okay, it's brilliant. It's brilliant work. I'm glad you guys are there and doing it, because one last question. You've kind of addressed it on the 3.0.
Yeah.
What does the future look like for intelligent?
It's huge. As I said, it's all about trying to electrify things. EVs are a significant part of our future. We hear it from the administration. We hear it from different states. I live in California. The goal is to have all new cars be electric by 2035 and maybe even 2030.
Right.
But that's going to place huge demands on the grid and just our electric generation.
Right.
So we see the future is being more solar. We see electric vehicles being charged during the day, not at night.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you have an EV, you charge it at night typically.
Right.
But if you're charging at night, if you're concerned about the environment, when you charge at night, you're pulling power from a fossil fuel power plant.
Right.
So you shouldn't do that. You should charge during the day when the sun is shining, when your car's parked. It's parked somewhere. At the office, at the school, at the stores. Yeah. And so it's about creating a ubiquity of EV chargers that are available, convenient, to be able to charge during the day when the sun is shining. And even if you aren't concerned with the environment aspects of it, of pulling from that power plant, the grid can handle the number of EVs we have. Right now we have in the US, about 2.5 million electric vehicles. It really requires less than 4 terawatts of electricity. But by 2030, it's going to be 25 million. And it's going to require over 40 terawatts of electricity. The grid can't sustain that.
Right.
You can only get it from more distributed generation, generating solar panels to your EV chargers at the site without really putting the demand on the grid. So,
that's excellent. I'd love to see solar panels on every house in America, and an electric car in every garage.
And in parking lots, solar canopies give you shade as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was at the University of Texas at Austin, and their parking lots have solar panels over them, and it gives shade for the people that are parking there. And it was a nasty old parking lot. Now it's used for solar. Excellent. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me, Sean. I appreciate it very much. Good luck to Intelligent.
Thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure being here.
So all of these interviews that we have conducted have been sponsored by the people behind me. The first one is the Grid Edge Conference and Exposition, which takes place in April 2023 in San Diego. The IEEE PES Grid Edge Conference and Exposition has been a long time in the making. This will be our first one, and it will be a delight. I can already tell you that we've had more papers, more panelists than we could possibly hold, and the conference itself is going to be brilliant. The second organization sponsoring us is H2Scan. H2Scan is ubiquitous in the transformer industry as the best. It's kind of like Intel, it's inside. H2Scan is a hydrogen sensing technology that is patented, that has been around for the last 20 years. really came on strong as transformer hydrogen became a problem. DGA recognized by IEEE. And I just thank the people at H2Scan. They are also in electrolyzers, fuel cells, battery storage, but hydrogen safety is incredibly important. They're in refining, in processing, so H2Scan, thank you. Lastly, RE+. We are at the Renewable Energy Plus Conference and Exposition, and as we close this one out, I want to thank them for allowing us to conduct these interviews here, for allowing us to be part of their incredible conference. It's been enormous. Been 27,000 people that have attended this conference, and you can tell the energy, the excitement that's taking place within the renewables industry, so thank you, RE+. It's been a delight to do these interviews, and I hope you've enjoyed them.